Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Kids, what are we supposed to start today? Yesterday, we have discussed all the question answers, right?
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Vita.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. We're supposed to
Good
start a
morning,
new
ma'am.
chapter today, right?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, student, we're supposed to start a new chapter today, now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what's the name of the next chapter? Who will tell me? Yes, kids.
Ma'am, the making of religious culture.
Yes. Regional, I think.
It's region.
It's regional. Let everybody join us. Yes, children. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Yes.
The making of regional cultures. Which is the next chapter, kids? After this? Well, let's get started.
Ma'am, 18th
18th
century.
century political formation. So I was thinking that this could also first. Shall we do that one first? This one.
Ma'am, that one.
That one even is more important, and I believe that. So let's start. What? Let's start with political 18th century political formations. Okay. Okay, children. We are starting with that one first. Sorry.
Hello, students. In today's session, we are going to discuss how the Marathas and the Jats played an important role in seizing their independence from the Mughal Empire. You all might have heard about the Marathas, but have you ever wondered about the splendid Maratha kingdom? Well, the Maratha kingdom was a powerful regional kingdom that emerged through aggressive opposition to Mughal rule. Chhatrapati Shivaji, 1627 to 1680.
Have you heard these names? Have you heard the name of Chhatrapati Shivaji?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Belong to which dynasty?
Shivaji dynasty.
Maratha
Maratha
dynasty.
Rajputs.
Maratha.
Rajput or Maratha?
Maratha.
Maratha.
Yes.
Maratha.
Built a resilient kingdom based on the support from warrior families called Deshmukhs and groups of quick and agile peasants and pastoralists called Kunbes. Kunbes formed the base units of the Maratha army. Shivaji commanded these forces and challenged the Mughal Empire in the peninsula. Now, who do you think held power in the Maratha Empire after the time of Chhatrapati Shivaji? After Shivaji's passing, a family of Chitpavan Brahmanas wielded effective power in the peninsula region. These Brahmins served Shivaji's successors as Peshwa, principal minister. Pune was chosen to be the capital city of the kingdom. The Maratha
Pune was chosen to be the capital of which kingdom, children?
Maratha.
Yes.
Maratha.
And here in the chapter, we are talking about ki in the 18th century, which important political kingdoms were there, right? So we're going to talk about that. ठीक है, वो कौन-कौन से जो नए kingdoms बने 18th century में वो कैसे बने, क्या हुआ? So first we have picked up the very important kingdom that was the Maratha kingdom.
Marathas established a highly successful military organization under the wise rule of the Peshwas. Their battle tactics involved bypassing the heavily fortified centers of the Mughal Empire, focusing instead on raiding the lightly defended cities as well as destroying their supply lines and creating obstacles in routes taken by reinforcements. Between the years 1720 to 1761, the Marathas continuously expanded their kingdom, gradually chipping away at the authority exercised by the Mughal Empire.
So
But
gradually what happened, Marathas started making them very stronger power, right? And they tried to overcome the Mughals, right? They tried to snatch their take back their areas which had been snatched by the Mughals earlier, right? And they were getting power, or they were increasing their power gradually. Who? The Marathas, right?
in the 1720s, the Marathas seized Gujarat and Malwa from the Mughals.
Right, so 1720, they have captured back Malwa Plateau and Gujarat area from the Mughals, right? So जब अभी आपने पढ़ा नहीं है ना, हाँ अभी आपने ब्रिटिश के नहीं पढ़ा, आप क्लास 8 में जाओगे तो पहले यही पढ़ोगे कि जैसे ही मुगल्स वीक हुए थे, राइट, सो देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन, नाउ हु विल टेक द पावर? सो इनिशियली एवरीबody was speculating that after Mughals, if somebody who's powerful enough to become to capture the entire country or the largest share of the country would be the Marathas, because Maratha kingdom was very strong. It was just that the Britishers stepped in between, and then entire system, they had captured.
And by the 1730s, kingdoms across the entire Deccan Peninsula recognized the Maratha king as their overlord. The king also gained the right to levy taxes, Chauth and Sardeshmukhi.
Right, there are two very important taxes which were implied in the Maratha kingdom. It was Chauth and Deshmukhi. So earlier they were not able to leave any taxes because it was under the Mughal rule. But as soon as they have captured back the states, they were leaving their own taxes
in the region. After the Marathas raided Delhi in 1737, their kingdom started expanding at a rapid rate. The regions of Punjab and Rajasthan to the north, Bengal and Orissa, now Odisha to the east, as well as Karnataka and Tamil and Telugu countries to the south, all were forced to accept Maratha sovereignty. And
so can these flags, the areas where you can see the flags, right? What are these flags representing? Can you tell me?
The territories captured by Maratha Kingdom. Extension of Maratha Kingdom.
Very good. The territories captured by the Maratha. And can you please, with the help of your pointer, can anyone mark the Maratha kingdom. Where was the Maratha kingdom? Can you please point it on the screen? Good Yashmit, good Bhavya, good Atharvagupta. Right. No, Riddhi. They are the territories which were captured. Good Ashray, good Sarthak, Arav. Right. Very good Aradhya, very good Priyanshi, very good Alark. Right. So these areas which they are marking, Pranam, well done. These were the very good Bhamika. So these were the territories. Bas, Baba, stop it now. Okay, fine. You can stop it now. Okay, kids. So these were the areas which were captured by the Marathas. Okay. Look, this was the Maratha kingdom, and the flags represent the areas captured by the Marathas. Okay.
Pay
Okay.
tributes to the Maratha king. Now, what do you think was the outcome of the expansion of the Maratha Empire? Rapid expansion helped fill the coffers, but it also came with consequences. The relentless military campaigns made other rulers across India hostile towards the Maratha
अब जब
kingdom.
इतनी बड़ी बड़ी मिलिट्री कैंपेन्स करेंगे मराठा किंगडम वाले, तो बाकी के जो रूलर्स है कहीं ना कहीं हॉस्टाइल, मतलब वो थोड़ा सा ना मराठा किंगडम से हट के रहने लगे. They were not supporting it anymore.
Hence, they chose not to aid the Marathas in the Third Battle of Panipat.
इसलिए जब थर्ड बैटल ऑफ पानीपत हुई तो मराठास को किसी और किंगडम का कोई भी सपोर्ट नहीं मिला. ठीक है.
Fought in 17.
Can anyone tell me when was the first battle of Panipat? When did the first battle of Panipat take place?
1526.
1526. And who won that battle?
1526.
Who won that?
Ma'am, Babur.
Babar.
Nabiuddin Babur.
And who was defeated?
Ma'am, Ibrahim Lodi.
इब्राहिम लोधी.
वेरी गुड किड्स. ये हमेशा याद रखना, ठीक है. ये बैटल ऑफ पानीपत वाला चीज, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, बहुत बेसिक चीज है. इस लोग आपकी नॉलेज चेक करते हैं बहुत बार, तो ये बहुत बेसिक सी चीज है, हमेशा याद रखना, कभी मत भूलना. ओके.
61. The Marathas were not just powerful warriors, though. They also set up an efficient
ये
administration.
पीछे किसकी पिक्चर बनी हुई है, बता सकते हो आप मुझे?
Ma'am, Shivaji.
शिवाजी.
Ma'am, Shivaji.
शिवाजी.
गुड.
Shivaji.
कहाँ पे है ये पता है आपको?
No, ma'am.
मुंबई.
मुंबई.
The system, which
Ma'am,
always
Mumbai.
introduced demands for revenues after considering the local conditions. As
So
the
कैसा था
cultural
एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मराठास का? Was it efficient or not? It was efficient. ठीक है.
trade flourished, providing enough resources for the Sardars, Maratha chiefs like the Bhosles of Nagpur, Sindhyas of Gwalior, and Gaikwads of Baroda to raise huge armies.
What do you mean by मराठा चीफ्स? ये सब कौन थे? भोसले, सिंधियाज, गायकवाड्स.
I think, ma'am, small military campaigns.
Not campaigns.
Small.
Ma'am, the families of that particular region.
Yes, and basically whichever region they used to capture, they used to pick up one family there, right, of that region, who used to train, take care of the administration and army of that area. मतलब वो आर्मी में प्रिपेयर करते थे उस एरिया के. ठीक है.
Maratha military campaigns in the Malwa region in the 1720s did not hinder the prosperity of the region. Indore expanded substantially under the patronage of the Holkars, while Ujjain received the same benefit from the Sindhyas. Every historical account agrees that these cities were large, prosperous, and important as cultural and commercial centers. The Marathas built new trade routes within the regions under their control. Silk produced in the Chanderi region was transported to Pune, the Maratha capital. Burhanpur, which earlier only participated in trade between Surat and Agra, gradually expanded to include Allahabad and Lucknow in the east, as well as Nagpur and Pune in
Yes. Identify and click on all the incorrect words in the given below. ठीक है. So अब आपको बताने की कौन कौन से incorrect words हैं. Maratha military campaigns in the Vindhyan region in 1720s did not hinder the prosperity of the region. कुछ गलत है स्टेटमेंट में? बताओ भाई.
Ma'am,
पहले
did
statement
not.
discuss. Yes, Pranav.
Ma'am, did not.
Did not. Okay, anything else?
Ma'am, date.
What? Date.
Date is correct because it was in their region only.
You tell me. Anything else? No?
Ma'am, I think Ujjain received the same benefit from Sindhyas.
Ma'am, excuse me. Ma'am, Gujarat expanded substantially under the patronage of Holkars. So, ma'am, it is Ma'am, Gujarat. Ma'am, Gujarat is also one word.
Okay, then.
And ma'am, Vidyan region also. Ma'am, Vidhan region. So, Jat.
Then.
Ma'am, small.
Then. Okay, इतने select कर सकते थे. Let's see. Vindhyan, Gujarat, Jats and small. These were the incorrect. Did not was not incorrect. ठीक है. चलो next करते हैं.
the south. Now, do you know about any other region in India that ruled independently from the Mughals? Just like many other states, the Jats also consolidated their power in the late 17th and 18th centuries. Led by Churaman, they captured territories located.
The Jats were led by whom?
Churaman.
Churaman.
To the west of Delhi. By the 1680s, they practically dominated the region between the imperial cities of Delhi and Agra and even became the custodians of the latter city for a while. Agriculture was the backbone of the prosperous Jat economy, and towns like Ballabgarh and Panipat were their principal trading centers. The kingdom of Bharatpur also emerged as a powerful state under the leadership of Surajmal. The Bharatpur fort was constructed in a traditional style, but when the Jats built an additional garden palace at Deeg, they combined the architectural styles common in Agra and Amber. The buildings constructed at Deeg were mostly modeled according to the architectural styles seen in royal structures built during the time of Shah Jahan.
चलिए. Agriculture was the backbone of the prosperous
Jat.
Ma'am, Jat.
Okay. And towns like Ballabgarh and Panipat were the principal.
Trading.
Bharatpur also
Emerged.
as a powerful state under the leadership of
Ma'am,
Surajmal.
Surajmal.
correct. Very good.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Quick recap of
Yes.
Ma'am, I think that during this Maratha region or the time period of Marathas, there was a locally change in the people dress outfits.
What?
No, I think during the time of the Marathas, there people and there was a lot of technological and change in the people dressing up.
उस टाइम पे तो बहुत टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज नहीं आया था बेटा, इन लोगों का ड्रेसअप चेंज कैसे आया था? वो तो मराठास
मैम लाइक उस टाइम पे लोगों ने लाइक शूज पहनना शुरू किए थे मैम.
मराठास यूज्ड टू वेयर देयर ट्रेडिशनल ड्रेसेस. चलिए, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड फर्दर. नाउ अभी तक हमने बात की मराठास एंड जज की. नाउ विल टॉक अबाउट द सिक्स किंगडम.
What two things strike your mind when you hear the word Sikhs or see this image? Well, I'm sure first thing that occurs to you is their turban and their sword. Turban is synonymous with Sikhism. Like Rajputs, Sikhs also emerged as a warrior clan known for their undefeatable military skills. In the 18th century, Sikhs emerged as a very powerful ruling class which established their independent empire in Punjab. Sikhs united under the vision of
Excuse me,
Guru
ma'am.
Gobind Singh, who praised the teaching of
Yes.
Guru Nanak.
Yes. Yes, tell me, bacha.
He aspired Sikhs to emerge as Khalsa under his slogan, Raj Karega Khalsa. Thus, Sikhism became a very organized and well-knit religion which treated everyone equal. Guru Gobind Singh formed Khalsa in 1699, and later one of his disciples, Banda Bahadur, took his mission further after his sad demise in 1708. Under Banda Bahadur's mentorship, Sikhs were able to establish their sovereignty and finally struck coins in the names of their gurus, Guru Gobind Singh and Guru Nanak. Banda Bahadur's empire extended as far as Jamuna from Satluj. However, he was soon captured and executed by the Mughals in the year 1716. After Banda Bahadur, Sikhs continued their mission. First, they fought as a band of small regional groups called Jathas. Later, Jathas were combined to form a larger troop called Missals. Missals consisted of skilled army men equipped with advanced weapons. The combined force of many missiles was called Dal Khalsa.
Yes, children, बताइए. So Sikhs ruled Punjab independently since 17th century. What is the incorrect word?
The 17th.
Very good. Baba Guru Nanak encouraged Sikhs to become rulers.
No, I'm rulers.
Baba Guru Nanak.
Baba Guru Nanak.
Ma'am,
Baba
Baba
Guru
Guru
Nanak.
Nanak.
Rulers पे करते हैं because वो पूरा नहीं हो रहा था एक बार
Ma'am,
में.
we can just mark Nanak.
Nanak.
Guru Nanak will be, ma'am.
Ma'am, Baba Guru Gobind can be.
हाँ, so let's
Yes,
mark Nanak
Yes,
for now.
ma'am.
ठीक है. So Guru Gobind Singh formed the Khalsa in 1698.
Ma'am, 1698.
1698.
1698.
Band
1698.
Bahadur led the Sikh campaigns after 1706.
I'm 1706. 1706.
The rule of Band Bahadur spread from Indus to Jamuna.
Indus.
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 The
Indus.
Sikhs executed Band Bahadur in
1713.
1713.
1713. Ma'am, 1713.
Indus was correct, Yashmit. Jamuna was wrong.
But in the video, it was on Satluj.
Maybe it was from Indus to Satluj. Let's check it back there.
Century, Sikhs emerged as a undefeatable military skills. First thing that occurs to you is their turban and their sword. Turban is synonymous with Sikhism. Like Rajputs, Sikhs also emerged as a warrior clan known for their undefeatable military skills. In the 18th century, Sikhs emerged as a very powerful ruling class which established their independent empire in Punjab. Sikhs united under the vision of Guru Gobind Singh, who praised the teaching of Guru Nanak. He aspired Sikhs to emerge as Khalsa under his slogan, Raj Karega Khalsa. Thus, Sikhism became a very organized and well-knit religion which treated everyone equal. Guru Gobind Singh formed Khalsa in 1699, and later one of his disciples, Banda Bahadur, took his mission further after his sad demise in 1708. Under Banda Bahadur's mentorship, Sikhs were able to establish their sovereignty and finally struck coins in the names of their gurus, Guru Gobind Singh and Guru Nanak. Banda Bahadur's empire extended as far as Jamuna from Sutlej. However, he was soon captured and executed by the Mughals in the year 1716. After Banda Bahadur, Sikhs continued their mission. First, they fought as a band of small regional groups called Jathas. Later, Jathas were combined to form a larger troop called Missals. Missals consisted of skilled army men equipped with advanced weapons.
This is one important question for 1 or 2 mark. What were missiles, right? तो ये सब छोटी छोटी चीजें याद रखना बेटा, ये आपके एग्जाम्स में भी आती हैं, ठीक है? जो इसमें भी देख रहे हो वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. प्लीज पे अटेंशन टू डिटेल्स बिकॉज दे कुड बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम्स. ओके?
Combined force of many missiles was called Dal Khalsa. Dal
ये तो हमने कर लिया ना.
Ma'am, Baba Nanak.
Every time I'm doing
It
it like
was
that.
Nanak.
To skip it, I'm doing it only. We have done it already.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Khalsa commemorated at Amritsar on every Diwali and Baisakhi to make collective decisions and plan their next moves. One very good example of this was to offer protection to peasants who gave 20% of their produce as tax, called Rakhi. The Missals and Dal Khalsas were together successful in averting the Mughals from approaching Punjab and also resist the attack of Ahmad Shah, who took over the territories of Punjab and Sirhind from the Mughals before. The Khalsas eventually declared their sovereignty over Punjab in 1765, and the coins were inscribed once again, as was done during Banda Bahadur's times. Sikh army became invincible under the rule of a valiant king named Ranjit Singh, who marched till Lahore and finally occupied it in the year 1799. At this time, the extent of Sikh territories stretched from Indus till Yamuna.
चलिए बताइए.
Lahore.
The Khalsa celebrated at which place?
Lahore.
Amritsar.
Pick one. Amritsar, Lahore.
Amritsar.
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 Let's revisit some important points we have covered in this topic.
हाँ जी. So is it clear? Did you understand the Sikh kingdom?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall
Yes,
we
ma'am.
talk Rajputs now?
Yes, ma'am.
The word Rajput literally meant Raja and Putra, that is, the sons of the Rajas. The Rajputs were the ruling clans who ruled the northern and northwestern parts of the Indian subcontinent, especially
वहां गई थी तो आ सकती है ना
ये सब
मैं तुम्हारे लिए आई थी आप इस समय
ना ना मैं सुन
Akbar brought many Rajput states under Mughal suzerainty, and the rulers of these princely states became close associates of the Mughals. Sometimes they married off their daughters to the Mughal royalty. They also served in the Mughal privy councils as well. Though they enjoyed the autonomy of their ruling states, They served under the terms of Mughals.
Okay.
Most of the Rajput rulers accepted the might of the Mughals. However, the Raja of Udaipur and Mewar, Rana Pratap, who ascended the throne in
Accepting the might means, beta? Accepting the might means?
ले जा
To become a slave of
Accepted the
regime.
superiority, the power. Might means power. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
1572, was reluctant to accept Mughal suzerainty despite meeting many Mughal envoys. On the other hand, many Rajput kings, such as those of Jodhpur and Amber, served the Mughals with distinction and remained friendly with the imperial power. In return for their loyalty, they enjoyed much autonomy over their Vatan Jagirs. One such ruler, the ruler of Jodhpur, Ajit Singh, was also involved in factionalism at the Mughal court. Alongside their Vatans, the Rajputs started to claim their Subadari over other rich provinces like Gujarat and Malwa. For example, Raja Ajit Singh of Jodhpur became the governor of Gujarat, while Savai Raja Jai Singh of Amber became the governor of Malwa. However, tired of the Mughal domination and finding out the loopholes in the Mughal administration in the 18th century, these rulers tried to expand to their power. They acquired the territories neighboring their Vatans by seizing it from the Mughals. For instance, Nagpur was annexed by Jodhpur, while the kingdom of Amber conquered much of Bundi. The
बताइए, under Akbar, many Rajput rulers served the Mughal court, right? All Rajput rulers accepted Mughal might and rule over their domains. Is it correct or not?
No,
Oh, ma'am.
no,
No,
ma'am.
no.
ruler of Amber, Savai Raja Jai Singh, who established his
आपको पता है जय सिंह के नाम की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है? Do you know Savai Raja Jai Singh?
He created 5 sundials called Jantar Mantar.
Yes, and even Jaipur got its name after Savai Raja Jai Singh. Okay.
capital at Jaipur, was gifted the Subedari of Agra in 1722. However, in the 1740s, the Rajput campaigns slowed down due to Maratha expansion into Rajasthan. Hence, once again in the history, the Rajputs were regaining their might. By expanding into neighboring states, they increased the borders of their kingdoms. Their strength and power with Rajput chiefs like Savai Raja Jai Singh increased. His strength and power was even mentioned in a Persian chronicle, according to which Jai Singh was the governor of Agra for 12 years and of Malwa for 5 or 6 years. He held a huge artillery and immense wealth. His influence spread from Delhi to Narmada. Furthermore, architecture prospered during the rule of Jai Singh. Astronomical observatories called Jantar Mantar were built during his rule. These astronomical observatories contained many instruments to study heavenly bodies. These were constructed in places like Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Mathura, and Varanasi. What other examples of architecture would you associate?
If you might know this, Rajputs had been known for their forts, right? Can you see here in these forts have this huge walls? Can you see the walls?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what we call fortification, right?
With the Rajputs. Well, many Rajput rulers
Ma'am,
built magnificent forts. They built their forts.
What, beta? Yashmin, were you saying something?
No, ma'am.
Somebody was saying something? Okay.
On hilltops. These areas had extensive fortifications surrounded by great walls from all sides, containing a well-developed urban center within. These comprised temples, trading centers, schools, etc. The Chittorgarh fort, in particular, had amazing water bodies like talabs or ponds, kundis or wells, baulis or step wells, etc.
बताइए. Sawai Rada Jai Singh built Jantar Mantar at the following places in India.
Ma'am, second one.
Delhi,
D
Jaipur.
option.
Delhi, Ujjain, and Varanasi.
Very good, correct.
Over time, Rajputs grew intolerant of Mughal dominance and sought their independence. Later, they came under the influence of Marathas. And finally, these were one by one taken over by British East India Company. However, they still retained their princely states and continued to be regarded as the king of the land. Finally, as India gained independence, all the Rajput states were dissolved to form the present-day state of Rajasthan. Let us now summarize all that we have learned.
Yes, kids. Right? So did you understand it till here? समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो अभी हमने बात की राजपूत, सिख्स, जट्स एंड मराठास की. नाउ लेट्स सी कि ये मुगल एम्पायर का एंड कैसे हुआ था और ये नई स्टेट्स थी आई कैसे थी.
You know that the first half of the 18th century was a turning point in the history of the Mughal Empire. The rise of many independent kingdoms reshaped the Mughal Empire. Furthermore, by 1765, the British had successfully conquered a vast territory of eastern India. By looking at the 18th century map of India, we can see that it did not take a very long time for the political conditions to change in India. The timeline of the emergence of new political groups in India can be plotted between 1707 to 1761, the time between the death of Aurangzeb and the Third Battle of Panipat. How is it that an empire which was at its zenith during the 16th and 17th
Zenith means beta? Its zenith means at its peak. Zenith का मतलब क्या होता है? अपने peak पे थे बिल्कुल.
centuries started to decline rapidly? The end of the 17th century is where the story of decline began, when the empire faced a lot of crisis. It began with the long-drawn wars fought in the Deccan by Aurangzeb, who had depleted the military and financial resources of the empire. Also, under Aurangzeb's successors, later Mughals, the already crumbling Mughal administration collapsed.
बताइए. Aurangzeb had depleted the military and financial resources by fighting a long war in the
Deccan.
Then decay B1.
Deccan.
I'm Deccan.
Let us learn about the reasons for this collapse. Firstly, powerful Mansabdars could not be controlled by the Mughal emperors who succeeded Aurangzeb.
Guys, here we are talking about the collapse of which empire?
Mughal Empire.
Very good.
Mughal Empire.
Very good.
Secondly, the offices of revenue and military administration, known as Diwani and Faujdari, were controlled by the nobles who were appointed as governors. The governors enjoyed tremendous political, economic, and military power over vast areas of the Mughal Empire. During the reign of weak rulers,